Hi everyone and welcome for this new tutorial how to paint black for this advent calendar. So thank you very much for all my support on Patreon and let's go for the paint. I start by primed all my miniatures in black color, and after I come back with some white with my airbrush to put a zenithal highlight on all the miniatures. It's going to be a very strong zenithal highlight because the color will be totally gray at the end, just because I'm going to use some contrast color. If you don't have this color, don't hesitate to use directly Army Painter ink. That works too. The dark tone is pretty good too. And if you just have some primed bomb color, don't try to use these techniques because it's going to make some big point of white. Just prime the miniatures in gray. That will be the best in that case. So I start with my contrasts gray mechanicum color, basilican color, so you know, the gray contrast, and I'm going to make 2 layers of this color. After the first will be totally dry, I'm going to put a second layer of the gray color. I really prefer the gray contrast than the black contrast because I think it will be more easy to control the intensity of the layer. So now I start with some neutral gray, and this neutral gray is going to come and highlight every very lightning parts. I am going to reach a very small surfaces and not too much, because if I reach a too much large surfaces, it's going to be a dark gray color and no more black armor. So just to be sure, I'm going to focus, by the way, on every edges and not too much large surfaces. In that case, I'm going to push first in light gray, and after that I'm going to make again a layer of contrast color, but this time I'm going to dilute this with a medium, an half medium and half contrast, just to be sure to have lower contrast and more black and strong color. So now I come back with some gray color again. This time you can use a more light gray or mix just with a little bit white. That's possible too. And in that way you are going to have very strong contrast, but in very small surfaces. After that, as I explained, I mix a medium and the gray color just to push more and more black on all the miniatures. By mixing with medium, the contrast will be less covering, so you can always see the gray highlights on some few parts. And now when it's totally dry, I come back with a little bit white and put just some points of highlight. Remember, we want to show that the black color is a little bit glow, so it will be reflective on every edges and some on small surfaces, but don't use too much white. So here is the result when all the miniatures is already painted. I'm going to show you the different element in the next tutorial for this month. So thanks again for your support. I really hope you enjoy this advent calendar. Don't hesitate to share to your friend, and don't hesitate, if that's not the case, to subscribe to the channel. Thank you and see you soon.